Okay, group. I hope everyone can hear me. I'm the only one awake here. And I'm going to interrupt this trying time of, disease and unrest in 2020 America to bring everyone important news from my life in 1994. I am reading my old journals, as my loyal, no lawyers are involved, my loyal viewers know. I'm reading my old journals. And I came upon something great today. I am so pleased, the old pat on the back for myself in 1994, that I actually wrote it down. This is almost the root of my whole problem, or my whole, I guess you could say opportunity. That's another word for it. Again, I wonder, what do people do that know about this stuff their whole lives? Then what is new for them? But for me, so many things are new. So, I was in June 1994. I watched the movie The Fugitive. And I actually remember watching this movie. And I wrote, and I quote, I watched the movie The Fugitive. It was great, very suspenseful. And then I say, I usually don't say or think stuff like this, comma. But I wouldn't mind having a husband who looks like Harrison Ford. So, many things to unpack, as they say, in there. First of all, of course, I immediately say a husband. It can't be anything but, somebody I get married to. Again, I take my whole relationship playbook from Little House on the Prairie. So there's that. But more interesting than that, well, that's also interesting. Of course, I could write, 1,000-page essays on all of this, and maybe I will. But why? I guess I could say I get why I say I don't usually say things like this. I don't know. But the strange part is I say I don't usually think stuff like this. I'm policing my own thoughts that I can't think about, oh, Harrison Ford, oh yeah, he's hot, yeah. But that is absolutely true. I remember it was just a couple years ago when I started feeling comfortable, talking about oh, that guy's good looking or whatever. Luckily now I don't have any problem with it. Again, I'm watching Grey's Anatomy with my kids, and every day I'm like, oh, Dr. Burke, he's so handsome. He's so good looking. And, he's always reading, and he's like a surgeon. Anyway, I guess I've always had a thing for fictional doctors, huh? But anyway, why do I say I don't think stuff like this? I really seem to, I don't know if it was intentional, but somehow by the time I was 16, I had it in my mind that I wasn't even going to think about it. I wasn't going to think about anyone, particularly, I guess I'm saying myself, right? I'm not going to think about that, which is very strange because I feel like that is one of the major purposes of life is, I don't know, mating. And it does. So anyway, it's just odd that I had decided at that tender age that I wasn't going to think about it, much less say it. So I don't know. I was hoping I could come to some kind of conclusion in this video, but I guess this is my research question. How did I get it in my head that was something that I couldn't even think about? I don't recall saying there being a time where I'm not going to think about this anymore. But I just didn't think about it and didn't think about it. And then I never grew in any way. Just, I don't know, what do they say? Things grow where you put your attention on things that grow. And when I didn't put any attention on that, it didn't grow because I decided not to think about it. So again, people that know me now are like, when I tell them about my lack of experience in my past, they don't believe it. But again, it is true. I have in writing, I don't usually say or think about this. And that went on for decades. So anyway, did I say this is Sex on Fridays? Yeah, it's Sex on Fridays late edition, and I'm wondering why I decided, even when I was 16, that I wasn't going to think about men, like handsome men, and what I would like to do with them. But yeah, it's true. I decided not to, and I didn't. So for a long time. But that's it for now. As always, group, let me know what you think. I always say one more thing. The real miracle of all this is that I didn't go my whole life. Thank goodness. I finally decided, I'm going to think about that now, obviously. All right, I'll let you go. Good night.